Let's talk about the Bramble cocktail, possibly my favourite of all the gin cocktails. I just love it. Really simple to make, but really easy. More importantly, really easy to riff up, especially if you want to impress people at your next party, your friends and family, or if you run a pub or a bar and you want to put fresh twists on your cocktail menu. So by the end of this video, hopefully you'll have at the very least, 20 different serving suggestions for the Bramble. Cocktail fans, welcome back to the Drinkstuff YouTube channel. We are your one-stop shop for all your cocktail needs, except for the booze. I'm Steve the Barman, and I'm just purely here for your fun inspiration to help you on your cocktail journey. So let's get right in and make the Bramble. Let's show you how to make the original. Again, I'm using my new sexy stuff from Barfly, the cocktail shaker, and the new step jigger. I love this kind of stuff. So go and check out the Barfly range on the Drinkstuff website. Right, so get into it. Really, really simple. I'm going to work in US. If you want to work in UK, just bring it down. It's really, really easy to do. But we're going 60ml double bubble of a decent, really decent gin, because the gin will shine through in this. So 60ml of gin. Lemon juice. I'm back to using this stuff. Do you know what? I spent ages kind of using fresh lemon, fresh lime. Do you know what? In this studio, we literally make cocktails once, maybe twice a week. It's pointless me having fresh fruit. This stuff, long life, shelf stable, 30 days once opened, room temperature, a lot longer in the fridge as well. Perfect to have around, especially for pubs, bar, lower volume stuff. Perfect. Lemon, lime, we sell them both. So done 60ml double bubble of your gin. We now want 30ml, 1 ounce of lemon juice. So that would roughly translate down into 50ml and then 25ml, 50ml of booze, 25ml of lemon juice. And then we're going for plain sugar syrup. So we want half again, so we're going 15ml. So if you were working in UK, you'd do 50ml, 25ml, and then about 12.5ml. But I'm going 15ml of just sugar syrup gone. Again, I'll show you this jigger, look, stepped kind of jigger, so you can quite easily sort of get your measurements in there really, really accurate. Now, there are 2 ways to make the Bramble. I'm going to demonstrate them both by the power of magical editing. This is the first way, so your gin, lemon and sugar in your cocktail shaker. We give it a good, hard, fast shake, power shake. And remember, you want a nice kind of frosting on your cocktail shaker. If you haven't got that, you haven't shaken it hard enough and you haven't used as much ice. So that's what you want. This is the first way to serve it up. So we've got a glass of crushed ice there. We pour in our gin, lemon and sugar just over the crushed ice. There we go, perfect. We're going to crown with a bit more crushed ice. And then we garnish, essentially, we will garnish with a blackberry, but we garnish with the liqueur. Now, there's a couple of ways to do this. Traditionally, it should be creme de mure, a blackberry liqueur, okay? Blackberry, that's what it is. It's why it's called the Bramble. Brambles, blackberries, goes hand in hand, obvious, right? A lot of people, a lot of bars will use Chambord. It's really easy to get, especially in the UK. Supermarkets sell these little diddy bottles. It's decent, you know, there's nothing wrong with it, it's decent. But if you're a flavour geek like me, I say it, once you go Giffard, Framboise de Rance, you will never go back. This stuff is amazing. Framboise de Rance, tayberry, Scottish tayberries, cross between blackberry and raspberry, and oh my God, it is absolutely phenomenal, this stuff. Master of Malt is my place to get it. You want about 15ml, no more than that. 12.5ml if you work in UK. And then the traditional way of serving this, you would then drizzle this over the top so it kind of bleeds through your cocktail. And you have that lovely kind of bleed effect there. You can top up with more crushed ice, but then garnish would be the blackberry. Now, that is a typical Bramble. In fact, I'm not going to show you the other way. The other way, a lot of the easy, quick way to do it, is just put all 4 of those ingredients, get rid of that, all 4 of those ingredients into a cocktail shaker, shake, and then serve it over crushed ice. The crushed ice, you could serve it in a coupe glass if you wanted to. Yeah, the crushed ice does add a little bit of dilution. Remember, there's no mixer in this, so that's why we go crushed ice. It will just kind of dilute over time, a little bit of water coming in there, and it just really brings all those flavours out. So that is a really simple and easy Bramble. Delicious. And luckily, I haven't got to drive today because my car's in the garage. That's just going to get polished off. That is so good, so good. You do get the juniper notes fighting through there, especially because the gin, it's a really good gin. You get that punchy juniper coming through, but the lemon juice, there's something about lemon, sugar and gin going hand in hand, but the berry notes of the framboise d'Arance really comes out. So how do we flip this up? Remember, I'm going to give you at least 20 different ways to serve this, at least. You know, this is what I'm all about. This is what I love doing and love showing people, because for some reason there's a disconnect. People can do it with cooking and recipes and food recipes, but people don't really comprehend that with drinks, and it's the same. I can't do it with cooking, but I can easily do it with drinks. So where do we go? Let's start by swapping out the base ingredient. Now for me, it is very, very hard to look past Whitley Neill in the UK. Yes, the UK has got an abundance of gin brands. There are thousands out there. No exaggeration, there are thousands. So you don't have to, but mass market, easy to get in the supermarkets, easy to get online. Flavour wise, I don't think you can beat them. I'm going to tell you, they are not the best gins in the world, but what Whitley Neill do, and JJ Whitley, to be fair, what they do exceptionally well is make flavours that burst through when they're mixed into cocktails and sort of like gin and tonics. So these are my 5 favourites out of the Whitley Neill. I haven't looked at gin now for about a year or so there might be other flavours that have come out, but these are my five favourites, definitely from 2021. So quince, think apple and pear. Apple and berry is obviously going to work exceptionally well there. Of course it is. We've got gooseberry. Oh dear God, possibly my favourite now. And I take this on hen party masterclasses for mojitos and things like that. It works in mojitos, gooseberry mojitos. That is just going to work exceptionally well in there. Rhubarb and ginger, again, works a treat. Mango and lime. That, if they're going to make, these were the seasonals from 2021, if they're going to make these permanent, that has to be the flavour, because that was banging, absolutely amazing. Cracking, mango, brambles, whatever you want to call them, phenomenal. And this is watermelon and, I can never remember, watermelon and kiwi. You can see the little pictures on the bottle there. Watermelon and kiwi, again, you know, they just work. All you are simply going to do is whatever you used, 50 mil, 60 mil of that, just swap it for that. And you've straight away, you've got a punchy, flavoured kind of bramble. But as I said in the previous video, talking about the espresso martini, this is where it does become expensive. All right, for pubs and bars, you are selling them, you're going to make your money back. But for you guys at home, doing different flavours will then mean investing £20, £25 in other flavoured gins. So I'm going to take you on a little journey now that will be a bit cheaper and a bit more fun. But before I get into that, little favour. In the comments below, I want you to type in what would be your go-to gin to do your first riff. Flavoured gin, plain gin. We get some decent plain gins, to be fair, in the UK. Like Brockman's has got like a little berry twist to it as well. Subtle, but it's got like a little berry. Monkey 47 as well. So what would be your first gin? Write that in the comments below. And then while you're down there, do us a massive favour. If you're enjoying this video, if it's helping you, smash that like button, because that really does help us put this video in front of more cocktail fans. Right then, so let's start to save you guys some money, okay? Let's just talk about that. All right, that's an expensive gin. But if you use, pretty much your go-to is going to be Beefeater, and a lot of you maybe Gordon's as well. You're talking £14, £15 a bottle. Double measure, double bubble in your cocktail, that's going to net down to what, £1? I don't know what your trade prices these will be these days. £1.10 maybe for that cocktail-ish, give or take. Let's round it up, let's be generous. £1.20, 60p a shot, give or take. Probably should be cheaper than that. But, so £1.20 gone in there. Your lemon juice, that nets out to about 10, 15p for 15, 25 mil in there, you know, so cheap as chips. So we're going, let's round up again, £1.40, okay? Your sugar syrup will net down to about 10p, £1.50. We've got £1.50 cocktail there. All right, let's get a little bit, that's gonna get a little bit more expensive with your Shamble, but £1.50, think how much you can sell that out for if you're in a pub or bar. Let's save you money, because now I'm gonna take the Bramble from 4 ingredients down to 3 ingredients. Really, really simple, because these will do the job. And bearing in mind, I think this is blueberry, but Monin do a blackberry as well. I think ODK do a blackberry puree as well. Don't hold me to that, but I think they do. I haven't got it here. But so I'm going to save you money, because these will do the job of, I'm not sure if that's in shot, of your berry liqueur and your sugar syrup. So you're saving yourself money with just 1 ingredient there. So these are kind of fruity mixes, but they are still syrup purees, if you like, much more punchier in flavour. Probably get away with just 10 mil of that as opposed to sort of 15 and maybe 10, 15 of that. So you're kind of halving your ratios there with that. And this, again, will just simply swap out for your plain sugar syrup in there without the need of doing that. So a Bramble, traditionally 4 ingredients, take them down to 3 ingredients and save themselves some money. Probably more popping in flavour, more fruit forward, but they do the job perfectly well. So I've already lost track now, but I think that's 8 or 9 different ways you could do a Bramble straight away. Okay, so plenty. I promised you at least 20. I think I'm going to exceed that. So next up, one flavour, and again, Monin do this as well, but I haven't got it here. I think floral. I think this cocktail really does lend itself to a floral nature. So again, you can use a different plain gin if you wanted to, much more floral gin. But elderflower and the berry notes, really, really simple. And to use that, as I've already said, just simply swap that. 50, let's go, let's stick to US, 60 mil. 60 mil, 30 mil, 15 mil, 15 mil. Simple, straight swap for your sugar syrup. Elderflower brambles, elderflower and the kind of berry notes work exceptionally well together. So that's my first idea for you, elderflower. And then sticking to the floral theme, you can take floral in a completely different route, and I promise you all of these are amazing in this. Again, just simply swapping out your base sugar syrup. And again, Monin do a lot of these flavours as well. They have a cucumber, I do believe, possibly not a geranium, but I've got 3 here that I've just picked out. As say William Fox, we've got 65 different flavours here. Monin have got 150 plus going on. There's plenty to kind of choose from. Monin, I've just, top of my head, just thinking up there, I've got some Monin coming out to play. Don't worry, we've got a few here. Sorry, I have got some floral ones. There we go, that's what I was going. I knew there was something. Rose and lychee would kind of be popping in there. I was actually thinking the yuzu puree up there. Fruity mix, the same as those. Inspiration, easy. But on that kind of floral line, rose, lychee from Monin. William Fox, eucalyptus, really gorgeous kind of flavour coming through there. Geranium, cucumber. I've got a few up here on the shelf that work perfectly in this cocktail. Cherry blossom would be a smashing one. Dandelion and burdock would be phenomenal. I've just realised we've got 2 bottles of mint up on the back there. That's an admin failure. But I'll come on to the fruit in a minute. Potentially cream soda as well, although that's kind of more sort of vanilla-y, fun, fruity notes to it. So that is kind of your sort of floral kind of stuff, if that is your thing. So where are we up to now? We're at least up to sort of 14, 15 at least. I think I've lost track, but loads, and there's more coming. Now we get onto the fruit, the different fruits, which will obviously work in this cocktail, as I've demonstrated with the flavoured gins. But again, the whole point about syrups and that they will save you money. They're long life, they're shelf stable. Brands differ. Some of the vibrancy, don't, as I said, don't kind of associate these, compare these price-wise, compare these, and you've got a taste for your own palate, but kind of evaluate them in how much you need. Some brands, you would literally get away with 10 mil, other brands you would need 15, 20 mil for the same amount. So have a look at that. In all honesty, something like ODK's Elderflower, you will get away with 10 mil compared to Monin and William Fox's would be 15 to 20 mil. So something like that will go a lot further. Let's talk fruity sort of stuff. Remember, this is saving you money. Long life, shelf stable, 3 months, 6 months. Steve the barman talking here, a lot longer if you keep them sort of cool at cool temperatures sort of thing. Not refrigerated, but cool temperatures, they'll last a flipping long time. So let's go fruits. Grapefruit in a bramble works very, very well. Kiwi syrup, again, William Fox do a kiwi, but with luscious green if you want coloured drinks. Kiwis there. Pear is lovely, as I mentioned with the Whitley Neal quince gin, pear and apple kind of gin. And then we get onto the William Fox's, rhubarb, guava, what a taste sensation. You can play about with fruity gins as well, but if you're just sticking to Beefeater or Gordon's, let the syrups do the work. So guava, green apple, what have I got up here? Mango, raspberry up there, tons more flavours down there. As I say, we have easily broken the 20 here. So now what I want you to do, just before I get into make my kind of go-to bramble that I would do, in the comments below, we've already sort of discussed what flavoured gin you would use. Now, I want you to hit me up in the comments below. What flavour syrup would you use in a bramble? Remember, sticking to that kind of traditional gin, berry kind of notes, and lemon juice. What flavour? Comments below, type it out. So I'm going to quickly smash out the very quick way of making a bramble with my favourite flavour. You can tell because I've smashed through this bottle. I've only had it a few weeks. Absolutely adore this stuff. Guava daiquiris with rum. We'll cover the daiquiri in a future cocktail. But we're going for 60 ml double bubble of your favourite gin. In there, perfect, lovely. 25 ml of lemon juice. Remember, you can get this on Drinkstuff as well. Go and check it out. So 30 ml, because I'm in ounces, aren't I? If you go in UK, 50 ml, 25 ml, 12.5 ml. But as we work in US, so 60 ml, 30 ml. I'm swapping this out. 15 ml of guava syrup, half an ounce there. Perfect. And then I'm going to shake it all in one go. So I've got the Framboise de Rance. Added in here, none of the drizzling on top. So again, 15, adjust this to taste. If you want slightly less, add slightly less, but 15 ml of that. And then we just simply ice up again and give it a good hard power shake. There we go, proper hard fast shake. Remember, you want that condensated. Look at that, that's what you want. All that frosting there. Pop that out. Here's a glass I prepped earlier. Nice kind of, again, Drinkstuff website. We've got all these. Buy our stuff. Right, see the berries in there now. Just sort of strain that over crushed ice. Might be a little bit extra in there. Not too, no, we're bang on. And then, again, garnish. Let your garnishing go crazy as well. Different garnishes. But there's my Guava Bramble in a sense. So, as always, if you make any of these, take a photo, come into our Discord, share it in your Discord. There's quite a few of you doing that now. Or if you're old school, if you're like 2020, then upload it to Instagram and then tag us on at Drinkstuff in your Instagram photos. So if that video helped you, if those recipes helped you, then I reckon you should dive into that video right there, because that'll give you even more inspiration for a different cocktail.